Let's lit this town like a fire in a blaze. Gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up.
Well, hello, hello, hello. Hello again to some of you if you were at the other live that we had on the other channel. But welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. It's good to see everybody. We are streaming also to Twitter. So if you're over on Twitter, hello, hi, welcome, or X, I'm so sorry. I'm old and I still call it Twitter. So welcome in, everybody that's joining us. I appreciate everybody coming in and just joining us for some updates. And the Nancy Guthrie case, we have a lot to go over and not a lot at the same time because we did miss a day. So we have some stuff to go over that we missed from yesterday. And then we're going to look at some stuff, updates today. I do have where I can actually split my screen now so I can like do two things at once. Welcome in, Princess. Sierra, look at that, becoming a new member. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome in. Hey, Kitsy Catsy, Casey. Ladybug, I hope you feel better. I really do. Hey, Tim Witcher. I'm going to call you that, TM Witcher. Hey, there's Outlaw George, Super Sailor Outlaw George. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Dame. Welcome in. It's good to see everybody. Hey, Marcella. It's pizza day, I guess. Again, and Mardi Gras coming up. I mean, I'm here for it. I'm not showing my boobs, but you give me some beads. CJK, welcome in. It's good to see everybody. Hey, Autumn. Hey, Pearl. It's good to see everybody. Hey, Lorna. Is it Lorna? I hope I'm saying that right. Not recognize me. It's been a while. No, I recognize you. I do recognize you. It has been a little while, but I'm glad you're here. Oh, look at that. We did have a little baby Titan. Me and Willow's 9 months. Aw. Thank you for being a member for so long. Hey, Ace, welcome in. Stands for Tina. Oh, I like it. Like Tina Turner. Well, thank you, Dame. I appreciate that. I said your name wrong. It's not Sierra. Is it Kiera? Y'all get me with the names. Is it Kiera? Spell it out for me. People usually have to do that. We had a case in Washington, and baby girl, one of our mods, good thing she was here because she had to spell out everything that I was like, all the towns and like everything I was trying to say because I could not say them. Look at that. The best 33 months events. Catherine, that's a long time. Thank you so much for being a member for so long. 33 months. That's almost as long as I've had my channel. You're getting up there. I'll have to check Vincent's because I know he was like my first member. So, and then I know Ashley's up there too with her membership. So maybe she'll pop in and put her membership thing in. I think they're so cool that they do that every month for you guys. So we are going to go over some of the updates. We're going to go over some things with like the ransom and what a ransom is and all of that kind of stuff, because we don't really get ransoms in cases that we cover. I don't think we've never covered a case with a ransom on this channel. We've covered John Benet, but we've never actually covered, an active case. So everybody, welcome back. Welcome in. If you're new, my name is Tanya. This is Titanium Built. Before we get started on the Nancy Guthrie case, I do want to thank all our channel members. Thank you for your support. It really allows me to cover these cases carefully, responsibly, without turning them into a speculation circus. So I thank you guys for that. If you're watching and you value calm, factual updates, please take a second, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. It helps this kind of coverage reach more people, and that's what we need to do, right? There's a lot of stuff out there that's just like such misinformation. Let's try to get some more of the facts out there. So to be very clear and to correct any confusion, a ransom demand was made in the Nancy Guthrie case. I think everyone knows. This has been confirmed by the FBI. They're not saying that it's legit, but they're saying that they received these. When a ransom demand is made, the case is immediately elevated. It just takes it to a whole new level. However, that does not automatically mean that it's active or ongoing in negotiations. And we kind of are seeing that right now because we're past the 5 o'clock mark and we have no money in the Bitcoin like registry. I saw it. Someone had it. I can't find it anywhere. She does. I know I'm horrible at names. I really am. From Ohio. Look at that, Katie. I'm from Ohio too. I said Ohio. That's the 1A is the Irish way. So 1A, which A is gone? Oh, I'm not going to get it. Somebody spell it out for me. Hey, Lenora, welcome in. And yeah, I hope Ladybug does feel better. Actually, let me get, I usually put, what I do, I didn't mean to do that. How do I undo that? I did something bad. I don't know what it was though. Was it this? No, it wasn't this. Okay, it's okay. We'll find it. It was just a video I was going to show you guys, and I just accidentally clicked off of it on accident. And then I don't even know what I was going to do. Thank you for the super sticker. That's so nice of you. I'm down by like Cincinnati area. Where are you from, Katie? It's like southwest kind of. I want pizza. Hey, Happy Cappy. Okay. Let me get back to what I was saying before everyone's like, what was she even doing? Okay. That's what it was. Okay. That's what I was going to do. Okay. I was going to put her, I like to put her picture up, if we're going to be talking about her. It always goes to Nancy Grace one here because we watch a lot of it. And Nancy Grace does have a podcast out. So if you guys do want to watch that, let me know. We can watch that. I don't mind. It's really up to you guys. I should have put a poll up. We'll just open this picture, even though her daughter looks so sad in this. It's like the first one I could find. So, okay. Let me tell you about ransoms. Let me first get my shit together. It's not together tonight. It was, and then it just wasn't. Okay. So when a ransom demand is made, like I said, the case is automatically elevated. It doesn't mean that they're automatically like working negotiations or anything with that person. That just means that they're investigating it. At this time, there has been no public details released about the status of the ransom communication. We really don't know a lot about it. That's not unusual. Law enforcement does not manage ransom-related information publicly because doing so can interfere with the investigation and increase the risk of the person that is being held, hostage. So what police are doing behind the scenes, they're carefully analyzing how the demand was made, whether control over Nancy could be demonstrated, and whether communication continued or stopped, which we've had 3 or 4 ransom demands. One guy's in jail right now for making a fake one. In my humble opinion, it's hard to say that they're legitimate when one of them's been a fake. That's, to me, I just can't get through that. I can't get past that. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I can't get past it. But where was I at? So not all ransom demands are treated as legitimate until those questions are answered. And that's what they're working on right now, I'm sure. It's also important to talk about what has not changed. There's no indication that the case is inactive. No indication that investigators have stepped back. You see them at the house. And no confirmation that the ransom demand defines the motive. We don't know really why she was taken. It could have been for another reason, and then they just decided to do the ransom. It's just so hard to picture people going into her home and just stealing, just kidnapping her. And no, we haven't heard anything. It's been 9 days. She has medication she needs. She has family that has money that want her back. You would think if they want 6 million, they will give them 6 million, but there's no 6 million in there. So I don't know why. I think it's because they want proof of life first. I think that they're trying to turn the tables a little bit and get a little more control on their side, because as of right now, Savannah and her siblings have absolutely no control over what's going on, right? And I think that this is a way for maybe them to get a little control and be like, okay, we want proof of life. We want to see her. We want to hear her. We want, I don't know, her to hold a newspaper with the date on it. I don't know how they do things. That's in the movies. I've never been around ransom. So, Hey, Mandy. Hey, Colleen. Oh, cooking. I bet you're cooking something good. Welcome in, everybody. If you guys don't mind, we take a second and just hit the like button for me. It really does help. It helps so much. So cases involving ransom demands often become very quiet publicly. That quiet can be frustrating. It's going to be very frustrating for us, but it's often intentional. Silence means that evidence is being reviewed, communications are being monitored, and a strategy is probably being put in place. So the key takeaway right now is simple. A ransom demand was made. Police are treating it seriously. And the lack of public updates does not mean a lack of progress. So hopefully they will find out where these letters came from. I don't know. I guess they were done under an IP address, but I heard today that they can track that. Although they were hiding their IP addresses, the FBI has the skills to override that and get that IP address. So they're probably going to be arresting people pretty freaking soon, I would say. That's what I would say. But we'll continue covering the ransom, of course, So I did look up, we'll look over that later. Okay, so I want to show you the Pima County Sheriff's Department website. I think the last time we looked at it, it was on the 6th. And that's when they were just doing road construction by the Guthrie home. Or not construction, but they were going to be going in. They wanted press to step back. So then it says on the 7th, we currently do not have any press briefings scheduled for the Nancy Guthrie investigation. If something breaks, we will call one immediately and email our media partners as well as post here. Sheriff Nanos is also not granting any interviews at this time. FBI is in. And they're like, you're going to shut up. You're like, you've been all over the place. Who else did that? There was someone else in a case. that did that. I can't remember now, but it was like insanity. They were everywhere. I don't know. Probably Dog the Bounty Hunter in Sebastian's case or something. But then on the 8th, they put the Nancy Guthrie investigation is ongoing. Follow-up continues at multiple locations. Multiple locations. Okay. No suspects, person of interest, or vehicles have been identified. No scheduled press briefings. If any significant developments occur in the case, a press conference will be called. So we're all just expected to freaking sit here while there's an 84-year-old woman out there somewhere. We have no idea where she could be. We're just supposed to sit here and wait for Sheriff Nanos and them to get this case solved, which is more like the FBI. But still, seriously, let's get a move on it then. So that's all that they said, and that was on the 8th, I think. Oh wait, nope, on the 8th, at the request of let me get a drink. Sorry. Okay. Oh look, there I am on the screen right there. At the request of the Guthrie family, PCSD will maintain a presence at Nancy Guthrie's residence for security. Media and the public are reminded, to follow all traffic and private property laws. Brian Enton, don't get on the property. No trespassing is allowed on the Guthrie property. Violations are subject to enforcement. Brian Enton. But we do love him. He does get everything, right? Remember in the Idaho 4 case, he was like the first one in line at like all the hearings. I loved it. I was like, if I was in Idaho, I'd be stuck to him like glue because he knew he was like going everywhere. So then 59 minutes ago, there are no press briefings scheduled at this time regarding Nancy Guthrie. Should a significant development occur, a press conference will be called and media will be notified via email and are at Pima Sheriff X account 59 minutes ago. They're probably getting sick of people just standing outside of her house. And Dolly's there now. Investigators have not identified any suspects, persons of interest, or vehicles connected to Nancy Guthrie. Anyone who believes they have information that may assist investigators is asked to contact 1-800-CALL-FBI or the PCSD non-emergency line at 520-351-4900 or 88-CRIME. I'll already post that. And that's all they've said. So they're not giving any updates to the public, which is crazy to me. Crazy. If you're doing something with a ransom, we don't need to know. We don't need to know that. But you could come out and say like, we're working on it. We're doing things. Things are happening. I don't know something. I'm not the sheriff. I wouldn't be able to talk. I would, because I would prepare myself. Now let's go over. I think it was here. Okay, so now I can share like two screens at once, and I know it's only sharing one. Why is it only sharing one? That makes me so mad because on my screen it shares two. Well, I thought we had something good there. Let me see if I go off the screen. No. Nope, it's just going to be weird. Okay, fine then, asshole. Okay, so I was going to show you. There's two screens on mine. I'm so mad right now. So two screens on it. No, I wonder if I moved it to my laptop. Okay, so I was going to play News Nation because Savannah Guthrie came out with a new statement, and I was going to have you guys like be able to watch outside Nancy Guthrie's home. But yeah, it's only showing that one screen. So I'm going to figure this out. How do I get this to stop? That's to stop sharing. Wait, what's this? Oh, now I just made it tiny. How do I get this off? I don't even know how I got it on. Okay. I have an idea. I thought I was going to show you like two screens. I am so mad about that. I was excited to do that. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even need to do Streamlabs. I could just do two screens on here. I'm just going to go find the video. I think it was this one. I think they have a bunch. Okay. Let's watch this one actually first. This looks interesting. I didn't see this. Apparently, Brian Enton always gets the terrain. That's one thing about I like that, because like even at Idaho, he walked through like that where the students would walk back behind the house through that path, and like he went through all that. That was really nice. That gave us more of an idea of what the area was like, because you can do a drone all day long, but you know when you're actually on the ground and you're with the camera, it's a little bit different. So we'll listen to see what he has to say. It's only 1 minute and 34 seconds long. Thank you guys again for being here. I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys.
This is kind of like a trail where you know which way to walk in there.
Everything's like got thorns too, huh?
Everything's got thorns. And I think the difference is people hear desert landscape and they almost think that it's nothing but sand and you could see so this is basically the brush. And as you walk further in, these are called, this is the actual wash.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Because I've always thought if there was somebody that did this to her, maybe they parked on like the street over and then they walked down to her house. But
these are the washes.
It would be too hard probably to get her back up that hill. The way, if she can only walk so many feet, right? But at the same time, every single picture that we have of her, she doesn't have a walker near her. She doesn't have a cane near her. I mean, maybe somebody's holding it, you know, because she wants to take a picture without it. But it's like none of her pictures have her with a cane.
You know, we haven't walked too far. But if you go this way, and here I will show you, if it's dark out here, or even now, vehicles can go through this neighborhood, and they're not going to see anybody in this area.
Well, so there's a house there. There's a lot of space in between the houses. Everyone keeps asking me, "Oh, people have cameras. Can't they see the cars going by?" But this shows, like, there's all this brush.
There's no way you would be able to see with some of these cameras. You would not be able to see the street.
Yeah.
I mean, here where we are at right now, people can be walking up and down that road, and they're not going to see us. Now, imagine this at night.
And that's the area, Natasha, right near Nancy's home. We went into the desert, and you heard him mention at night. I mean, when it gets dark out here, it is pitch black. They actually have an ordinance here for stargazers, so you're not even allowed to have bright lights. And these neighborhoods, they're totally dark. And remember, investigators believe that Nancy was kidnapped around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, so it would have just been pitch black out here.
Okay, I need $505. I'm ready to go out there and stargaze and find Nancy. You know, I would be looking. I'd be looking somewhere. Okay, so let me X out of this because that was weird. Oh, I guess if you X out of one, that's how you do that. Okay, what was this? Oh, this is just like a video short. I don't know. Let me see. I exit. How did I do that? This is making me mad. Sorry, guys. How did I just do that? And I can't get this to like go off. We'll just go over here. I wanted to show you the one where Savannah talks. I wanted to show you this one though too. Okay, so I didn't get to see the ones where they went in and looked in the pot, like the manhole. I'm not sure if it's a well or a manhole or what. It kind of looks like a well to me. What do you guys think that was? And I mean, I guess they would look down there because they're going to look everywhere for her. But how? If she did, I mean, I'm assuming she wouldn't have done it by herself, because how would she have put the lid back on, right? But I wanted to watch this with you guys.
About an hour and a half ago, we had a sheriff's deputy come up, park in front of the home. That caught everyone's attention. Now, not too long ago, within the last 20 minutes or so, we saw an unmarked vehicle with law enforcement drive up. The two spoke, they got back in their cars, and then we saw yet a third member of law enforcement walk up. 3 people walked to the back, 2 to 3 people walked to the back, and you can see them now. And they are what our drone team is describing to us. The Fox flight team is describing this as
so they're putting that down there, like they're poking down there, obviously for a body. Like that's just terrible.
possibly like a manhole. I heard Jonathan say
think
that
it's
it
a
could
well.
be some sort of water drainage.
I know we had a well. It was not that big at all, but they also have a large house.
Either one of those is possible. We're not quite sure, but they've been poking around in there almost like they're looking for a sample of some sort. Looking into this area. We've been kept back just a bit, actually. Usually when they have some sort of activity here at the site of Nancy Guthrie's home, we're often pushed back. The media is pushed back so they can do their job. Clearly, they're not concerned about that right now because we've all been allowed to stay as law enforcement continues its work to the back. About an hour and a half.
That's crazy. I mean, how long would you have to do that for before you felt a body? A couple seconds, right? The water system, I mean, it happened. We've had a case about it, you know. Look at Caleb. They found that poor kid in a drainage ditch, or I mean, a manhole. Like, that's crazy. Okay, so let's go over here and let's hear what she has to say, because she did do another post. It was a couple hours ago. Let me read it. Okay, there we go. It was 4 hours ago. So this is on Instagram, and this is Savannah talking about, you know, just her mom and wanting her mom back. Oh, septic? Oh, it could be. Oh, have them between the homes. Do they share them? She tried to call you, Higgs. Mm-hmm. Hey, Moose, Moxie, welcome in. I know, I miss Renee too. I haven't seen her in a while. I was thinking of her the other day too. Welcome in, Renee. I hope you're doing well. I hope your grandbaby's doing well. Okay, so let's listen to her. She looks torn down to me. And I could not freaking imagine what she's going through, what her family's going through. Good grief. Could you imagine you wake up one day, you think you're going to go to work. You probably she got ready for work. She's an early morning Today Show. And then all of a sudden your mom's missing. What? My mom's missing? What? I mean, my mom's been kidnapped? What? Oh, let me turn up the volume. I don't know if I have the volume up. Does anyone know where the volume is? Oh, right here. Sorry about that.
Everybody.
Yeah, I'll read it from the beginning.
Hi there, everybody. I wanted to come on and just share a few thoughts as we enter into another week of this nightmare. I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for all of the prayers and the love that we have felt, my sister and brother and I, and that our mom has felt. Because we believe that somehow, some way, she is feeling these prayers and that God is lifting her even in this moment and in this darkest place. We believe our mom is still out there. We need your help. Law enforcement is working tirelessly around the clock, trying to bring her home, trying to find her. She was taken and we don't know where. And we need your help. So I'm coming on just to ask you, not just for your prayers, but no matter where you are, even if you're far from Tucson, if you see anything, you hear anything, if there's anything at all that seems strange to you, that you report to law enforcement. We are at an hour of desperation, and we need your help.
That's sad. 5 o'clock. I don't know if 5 o'clock was the deadline, because the 5 o'clock was the first deadline. But then the investigators never really told us what the second deadline time was. They just said it was on Monday. So we really don't know. It could be Monday at midnight. We don't really know. It was 5 o'clock. It was 5 o'clock in the first one, but they said, I remember in the press conference that the other letters, like it didn't say that or something. I remember them saying that in the press conference. And I must have slept on my arm funny because it's weird. But I mean, like, who? The thing I cannot get over is who kidnaps an 84-year-old woman? What are you going to do with her? She's frail. She's old. I mean, what do you? How are you going to do things? I mean, like, I don't even know if you would be able to like physically maybe even get her arms behind her back. She may not be that mobile or like that flexible. Like I'm trying to think about like ways they would keep her without her running, you know, like it just, I don't get it. It's been 9 damn days, 9 days. What I miss? 84 years old. Yeah. 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 And then you just imagine you're in bed. Oh my God, that's the worst. Makes me think of Idaho, you know, those kids just, she was just in her bed. She took her watch off, like things that normal people do when they go to bed. They take their watch off. They put their phone beside their bed. They charge their phone. You know, she's probably sleeping like deep sleep at 2:45 in the morning. She got home at 9:50 or something, or I think was it 9:50? She or 8:50, 8 or 9:50, but she got home early. Like, you know, she was in bed by 2 something in the morning. And then these people just come in. And if the garage door was open again, I would almost say that they made her like go to the bank and withdraw money or something. But her car was never, the garage door was never opened again, as far as we know. As far as we know. But the investigators, they know a lot more than we know. So they may have been like, oh, this garage door was open for 25 minutes between this time and this time. Maybe that's why they were there for 41 minutes. Like, why were they there for 41 minutes? You know, you can watch a whole show. Think about that. You watch a whole episode of Long Crime because the commercials, it makes it 40 minutes. That's how long they were there. What were they doing? They said nothing was taken from the house. Like I believe they said that. Like, what do you do for 41 minutes? I mean, look at each other. Oh, I'm sorry, true crime. She said had. Okay, let's go back. Let's listen to it again.
Hi there, everybody. I wanted to come on and just share a few thoughts as we enter into another week of this nightmare. I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for all of the prayers and the love that we have felt, my sister and brother and I, and that our mom has felt. Because we believe that somehow, some way, she is feeling these prayers and that God is lifting her even in this moment and in this darkest place. We believe our mom is still out there. We need your help. Law enforcement is working tirelessly around the clock, trying to bring her home, trying to find her. She was taken and we don't know where. And we need your help. So I'm coming on just to ask you, not just for your prayers, but no matter where you are, even if you're far from Tucson, if you see anything, if you hear anything, if there's anything at all that seems strange to you, that you report to law enforcement. We are at an hour of desperation and we need your help. Hi there.
Okay. I know what I deleted. Wasn't nothing important. I was just going to see what was going on outside the house. I was trying to find a local station outside the house, but I can't find one. Only JLR seems to be on. And it's just, yeah, they're just looking at the house. Like, I can show you real quick. Like, they're just staring at the house. Just looking. Okay. Was that a dog? Oh, it was. Dog paw. Okay. There's a reason why I wanted to show this. I don't know why, but we're going to play it. We're going to play it anyway. I think this is an ex-FBI person that talks about the Nancy case. Yeah, she's losing hope. Yeah, I think so too, Luck. It seems like like the first video, she looked just terrible. I mean, no, I mean, we all would. Who wouldn't? And then the second video, it was like she looked broken. Like she really looked broken by that second video. This one, she looks more like she has an answer almost though. Like she has color in her face and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know.
Hindsight.
Oh, and I am bound and determined to get that Discord to work this week for you guys because I can use it on my phone. I just got to figure out how to do it on the computer. So I'll get that figured out soon because I've been promising you guys that for like 5 years.
It is 2020, but does it really require hindsight to know a crime scene must be processed correctly as soon as possible? Does it really require hindsight?
I was trying to turn him up. There we go.
To know time is of the essence in a kidnapping case. The sheriff of Pima County, Chris Nanos, acknowledged his department released Guthrie's home as a crime scene too soon, only to have to return days later. And by the way,
after people had already been on the damn property. So anything they get on there, the defense can say that it's tainted. Fruit of the poisonous tree.
The FBI does not only work high-profile cases, they will actually provide assistance in any case.
They got them billboards.
But you have to ask. Joining us, retired FBI Special Agent Maureen O'Connell. Welcome, Special Agent. I like cops. They have really hard jobs, but you only get one chance to do something for the first time, like search a home right after a crime. You can go back, but it's never the same as immediately after the crime.
Yep.
And we like prosecutors too, by the way. But you're correct in your assessment of the situation. I think the.
And how did they search that house in one day? Seriously, if you're looking for anything anywhere, how did you search that big of a house in one day? Pima County, before they brought the feds in. No, they literally released that house way too early.
The problem was initially that it was a missing persons case, and that was the type of case that they work probably more than any other case that they work. However, once that sheriff's deputy saw that blood, it should have been, we're shutting it down, everybody out, don't touch anything, etc. I
seriously think he learned about the blood by Brian Enton.
Law enforcement agencies have a different set of protocols than the FBI does. But in California, almost all the police departments, we all work together. You know, we have a beautiful relationship with all these different entities. And it's really a wonderful thing to see. But when we come in, we have, as I said, very strict protocols that we do not deviate from at all. And, you know, you saw that when the cavalry rolled in to Nancy's house that day.
Yeah.
And people have been asking me ever since, why did they take the car then, the other night? And I said, well, because when the FBI comes on, we want to look at the warrant. What's in the warrant? The warrant probably said, yes, search the entire residence, the curtilage, any outbuildings, any vehicles. And, you know the drill. You've helped.
She used the word curtilage.
With those many times yourself. And then when they said, did you guys already process this car? How did it get back here? And they said, no, well, we didn't think it was part of it. That's probably why that was the impetus behind that car being processed.
All right, Special Agent, real life is so different from the movies. I mean, you know that. I know it a little bit. Ransom notes are actually not common in modern day kidnappings. And I'm curious, in this country, not South America, not Mexico,
1%.
but in the United States, how often in your experience does the kidnapper get the money and also avoid apprehension? Because I never saw it.
DB Cooper?
No, they're not good at avoiding apprehension. That's the good news for the most part. But I worked narcotics and gangs in Los Angeles for 19 years, so I saw some of those kidnappings that you would traditionally see more of in South America. Like it's very common if I have 2 kilos of cocaine and it either gets ripped off or the police sees it, I'm still on the hook to pay that dealer back for that money. And I've got to come up with it really quickly. So that was one of the type of kidnappings we happened to see. Mm-hmm. But it's interesting, Trey, because all the really seasoned homicide detectives and the people you really respect at work that you know do a fantastic job, one thing all of them said in all these kidnapping cases that we worked was they would ask the question, does this offender have a predisposition or a proclivity toward violence? And in this case with Nancy, the answer is a resounding yes. And they say that if that's how this case starts, we're in a world of hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you about that.
Do you think, and I've asked this before, like this was a robbery gone wrong? Like they didn't rob the place yet, right? Maybe they went in, they thought they were going to tie her up or something. Maybe she had a heart attack. Something, blood pressure went through the roof. Something like that. I don't even know. Or something bad just happened and they killed her. And these people that did this, they took her somewhere, to dispose of her. But maybe they're the ones that are sending these ransom notes, trying to get the cops to be like looking over here for a ransom while they're getting rid of her over here. I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about this. It's been 9 days. You don't think so? I figured I'd ask.
Stay with the psychology of it. Profilers, behavioral scientists, they can be incredibly helpful. I use them, but I typically use them when I had run out of leads or did not have a prime suspect in mind. Can they still be helpful here in this case?
I do have her house deed of trust or whatever. I don't know if it's her actual will though. I do have some documents for her though, a lot.
These facts.
I need to pull that
absolutely 100%. And one of the best profilers, or two of the best, are two of my dearest friends, and I co-host a podcast with one of them who I was just on the phone with, because one of these letters, this last one, is addressed Dear Samantha, not to anybody else. And we know Samantha's got the money, but I thought that was strange. So I called him and he thought it was very telling that it's Dear Samantha. What kidnapper who injured your mother is going to say, or Savannah, what kidnapper is going to say dear? That's a very, that one word jumped out at me. I immediately got on the phone with him and I didn't tell him what was surprising. And that jumped out to him also. So I think, Trey, to your point, or
yours more personal
question, we technically would use them further on down an investigation also. I think it's much more of a practice now to do it early on because they can be so impactful in such a powerful way. So yes, they're working with every aspect of this.
Well, I mean, in a kidnapping case, time is so important.
Do you notice how they show all the pictures they show of her are with Savannah? They're never with her other two kids. So to me, that almost says like this is about Savannah. Because what do you want with an 84-year-old woman?
I might bring them in unless I had an immediate suspect, like a husband, like a boyfriend, which frequently it is. I would take advantage. And by the way, just so the whole world knows, the FBI is willing to help state and local law enforcement, even if it's not going to be prosecuted in federal court. So if there's ever a doubt, bring them in. Special Agent, thank you for your service to our country.
Well, just shut it right off. Okay. This content starts. Well, we don't need to watch Super Bowl. Though. Oh, right here. So this was at 7 o'clock, just an hour ago, and there's still no money in the Bitcoin. I was going to have I asked Vincent tonight. I was like, "Can I interview you?" And so you can explain Bitcoin, because a lot of people don't understand it. And he's been in, let's just say that's all he talked about for the first 3 years of our relationship. We've been together 10 years. So I know a little, but he knows so much. And I thought it would be good for him. And I was like, I would even just record him with my recorder, he doesn't even have to come on, because he's a scaredy cat. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get him to do that. So yeah. Bitcoin has went down though in price. So I don't know why they wouldn't want Ethereum, I can't even say it, or some other kind of currency. Plus, as soon as you get the Bitcoin, right? As soon as it comes into your possession, all you can do is hold it. If you go and you deposit it somewhere, bam, they got you. If you go and you drop it into another Bitcoin account, bam, they're going to get you. Even if you do it in 1 million at a time, 1 million here, 1 million there, they're going to get you as soon as you start depositing that money, which is kind of strange. They don't just ask for money, but I think they didn't ask for money. Maybe I think it's fake, but if it is real, I think they didn't ask for money because they could have put die packs in there. They could have put tracers in there. With money, I think it's a lot harder to get away maybe than Bitcoin. I don't know. I don't deal with Bitcoin, so I wouldn't know. But this says no funds in account tied to Guthrie ransom.
Moments ago, TMZ was reporting that the Bitcoin account allegedly set up to accept the funds, the money, in exchange for Nancy Guthrie remains empty at this hour. An apparent ransom deadline of 5 p.m. Arizona time is fast approaching. So yeah, now we're 4.5 hours away. You and I were talking off camera, and I know you can't share every detail.
Wait, what did she say? How many? I thought this just played.
Is fast approaching. So yeah, now we're 4.5 hours away. You and I were talking off camera, and I know you can't share every detail. But when it comes to even an IP address to figure out the ransom note,
I watched this earlier.
And maybe what's coming next in this whole thing after that 5 p.m. deadline, you can get to that. You can't tell us every detail, but what can you share?
Right. So there's different elements that we're looking at right now. You're looking at the ransom emails, right? That's in and of itself its own topic.
Let's start there.
The masked IP addresses. People think, I'm going to send an email. It's going to be masked. No one's ever going to track me down. False. The FBI has the ability to unmask IP addresses. I know because I've done it, and I've seen it happen in large cases that have gone to court and been federally upheld. And so it is absolutely possible. But what it requires is digging through certain layers of information. That does take time, but it is possible.
Do you think 9 days are enough time?
That's a good question. Like I said, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we're not aware of. And so law enforcement is not going to show their hand right now. They're not going to show everything that they're capable of doing. Certainly not the FBI, because that's what they do. They keep it quiet and confidential to maintain the integrity of the investigation. But I think you've got the ransom email. Again, we've all been talking about it. It's either legitimate, they're a hoax, or they're a false flag and a distraction. And we're about to find out. Those ransom emails may have absolutely nothing to do with Nancy and her whereabouts. But on the flip side, they may. And that's, again, what the family's working with the FBI to determine what's the legitimacy of this. Now, when we look at the masking of the IP addresses, that's one way to mask their identity. The other way that everyone's talking about is Bitcoin. Back in the day, it was, hey, we'll give you cash. Hey, we'll send it here. Not anymore. Bitcoin is highly sophisticated for individuals, and it is something that we knew that in the FBI, we were getting trained on their techniques, and they use it for a purpose. But every single transaction is recorded and documented on the blockchain, and that is visible. You can see that. But what you may not be able to see initially is a non-traceable wallet. But again, with certain investigative techniques and things that the FBI can do, they can get to the bottom of that. But the key is, if you ever want to cash in that money, so let's say you get $6 million, what good is that if you can't actually utilize that? In order to cash that in with a U.S. institution, you're going to have to provide a name, a social security number, identifiers in order to use that. You could let it sit in the wallet indefinitely, but what good is that? Or, you know, again, I'm not going to go into any ideas. There's other things that, again, the FBI, I'm just going to leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah, I think you better. So, Paul, the end-to-end transaction, if you will, the beginning of it with the money in the account hasn't happened. What does that mean?
Yeah, well, I think it means that there is no level of trust there from the Guthrie family because they have not gotten any proof of life. And I think that there's got to be still some real question as to whether or not the two notes are coming from the people who actually have their mother, because proof of life is comparatively simple. You can come up with something that's very unique, very idiosyncratic from, let's say, Savannah's childhood or something like that. Even if you don't want to put the mother on camera or something like that, but you could do that too.
Why couldn't you put the mother on camera?
You could. They may be worried about the comms. Is it traceable? Is the metadata going to show something that the FBI can pull out? And the good news here is that you got the FBI who are the best at this. So that's one of the
AI.
At this AI stuff, at tracing AI, because you can use AI against AI, tracing the Bitcoin.
Look how big her home was for one person. I mean, why would you want a house that big when you're just one person? Her husband died in 1988 of a heart attack. I look at the house, I'm just like, dang, that's a lot. She has cleaners and stuff, but you know, I'm picky. I want to clean my house.
That goes on. Think of it as a pocketbook that everybody can see. The problem for them is that when you go to it, you can't buy, groceries with Bitcoin yet anyway. So when they go to take it out, that's, as I was talking about earlier, that's the vulnerability. And that's the thing that you are hoping you can see at some point. But as I said earlier, if it happens someplace that you can't get to, North Korea or something, then, you're sunk.
Donna?
I mean, do we have to think, and Nicole, you may be able to answer this, do we have to think that the letters that they have, these two letters, that the FBI must think that there's some validity to them? Because as we've seen, there's already been arrests for people who have sent fake notes. So, there must be some level there where they feel like there's some validity here, or otherwise, wouldn't they have made arrests already? Like, if they can figure out that some are fake, why do we not know a little bit more about these at this point?
Right. So again, without going into the details of what's happening behind the scenes, they're not going to close the door on any potential piece of evidence. Let's say that they think something is or is not legitimate. The FBI, their key is open communication. They want as many data points of evidence digitally in whatever format. So let's say every time they post on Instagram, and then there's a response, and then there's an email. Every single thing is a digital trail of potential evidence. And so a lot of times you may think, oh, they're going to solve the case off of this particular point, when in reality, what the FBI is doing is they're taking all the digital artifacts and they're piecing it together in a timeline. And they're looking, okay, how can we continue to keep the lines of communication open? Again, they may have information that this is not accurate. Maybe the Guthries don't intend to pay this. We don't exactly know what's happening, but I promise you the key is communication. And what the Guthries want is they want immediacy. What the offenders want is they have been looking for time. And what Savannah did in that video, they basically are pushing their hand and they're saying, let's go. You are no longer in control. We are. You have run out of time and we are willing to pay. So put up or shut up.
So this is about
Oopsie, I didn't mean to do that. Whoopsie, sorry. It was whatever. But no, like I would say the same thing. If that was my mama, I wouldn't give not a penny until I saw proof of life of her. I'd be like, you show me where she's at. I just can't imagine. My mom's no longer here, but if she was and she was kidnapped, I go to the ends of the earth. I don't know exactly where we are.
The receiving institution is out of this country, then it seems what then in terms of, because of course the families want
for time. And what Savannah did in that video, they basically are pushing their hand and they're saying, let's go. You are no longer in control. We are. You have run out of time and we are willing to pay. So put up or shut up.
So this is about engagement with whomever may have her. But it's interesting,
well, that's what you need.
Emily, if it turns out that nothing happens at 5 p.m., they don't pay the money, they don't have any more engagement, then perhaps what you have is a situation where that wasn't real. Now they can focus on something else.
Yeah, essentially ruling out.
Yeah.
But wait, I just want to sort of clarify what you said, because I want to make sure I understand. I thought the urgency is for both parties, for all parties, because of course the families want their mother back, of course, but also the alleged captors want their money. So aren't they the ones that were demanding this soon time frame? And then when you said U.S. institutions earlier, but what if, to Paul's point, the receiving institution is out of this country, then it seems, what then in terms of capturing and identifying?
That's a great question, because if it's outside of the country, then do you really think that they have Nancy's mother, or do they really have Nancy Guthrie? So then it leads to, okay, that's probably
you just put it out of the, like for the Cayman Islands, right? Like something like that, like a shielded account.
Right, but to ever bring it into the U.S. to be utilized in the United States, an institution of $6 million transaction, they're going to...
There's a middle, they call it an exchange, and there's a middleman that does it, and there's a lot of scrutiny on those. And so as a result, you got to do it someplace else. And let's remember, the arrest they made, that was a knucklehead attempt. Like, you know, your average high schooler could have broken that.
All right.
Freaking muted over here and I'm being animated. Who has the ransom note? That's like, I mean, TMZ got it and then a news station, but are they passing it around? They should have given it right to investigators, but that guy acted like he had seen it before. Right, right, with so many deadlines, like, oh, if you can't make it this day, was it like Thursday or something? We'll just make it for Monday. I've never in my life, not even in a movie, have heard of that, because you know I really don't know. But yeah, thanks for telling me I was muted. I was on a roll too. I was on a roll. What's this? Outside the Guthrie's house. Oh, we just watched this. This was Brian Etten. Now it's getting dark where JLR is. Wow, it's dark there now. That's weird. Oh yeah, it's dark here. Oh my God. What time is it? Whoops, I was trying to see what I had. What's this? Oh, it's okay. I think it's nerdy. Attic. I'm trying to see what I have here. Let me pull it up so we can all look at it. Statement on ransom note. What's this? Oh, that's just the statement from the police. And the property plan, the property record, the complaint for the guy that got arrested. This is I had like the trust. See, I don't know what Nancy Guthrie trust. I don't know if it's like just her deed to her house or if it's like her actual trust. Do you know what I mean? Like her will. Well, Tammy, it's so good to see you. It really is. You were like one of my first listeners. I was just talking about you yesterday. What the heck is going on here? I've been talking about people and y'all been popping in. That's the third person. I'm going to start talking about people now. Which chat? Oh, Dolly Vision? Oh God, I don't even want to know. They're all wild. I don't even know why they're in true crime. Really. I mean, I've seen what they've done in a lot of cases. So I don't know, because it says that this is the beneficiary is JP. Sometimes it's beneficiary, and JP Morgan Chase Bank National Association, whose address is Players Parkway, Columbus, Ohio. I know where that's at. But I didn't see any names in here when I read through it. Like I didn't see where it was like my property goes to Savannah or Annie or whoever. I didn't see any of that. Oh, JLR chat, I bet it is. Oh wow, it's going fast. Is he still with what's her face? Oh, I liked her. Forget her name. Magnolia. Is he still with Magnolia? I haven't seen her. Well, we missed you. I know, Luck. Isn't that insane? And all he's doing is just streaming a freaking sheriff car. Like, look. And he's got $9.99. Thank you for your hard work. Well, yeah, he did drive down there or whatever, fly. I said I just need a 505. Yeah, Magnolia. Is he still with her? I haven't seen her. I don't watch him, but okay, I'm gonna stop stream sniping him because that's rude, to do that. But I wanted to show you this from the FBI. But yeah, who's Vincent? Look at this. If I was the lead of the investigation into Idaho 4, it'll be 2040 and the case would still be unsolved. Yeah. That's because you don't want to live real life, Vincent. That's not my Vincent. That's other Vincent that's out there. Because there is more than one. Okay, so this is 52 minutes ago. Lauren Conlon reposted this, and it says, new from the FBI. For more than a week, FBI agents, analysts, and professional staff have worked around the clock to reunite Nancy Guthrie with her family. The FBI is not aware of any continued communication between the Guthrie family and the suspected kidnappers, nor have we identified a suspect or person of interest in the case at this time. Additional personnel from FBI field offices across the nation continue to deploy to Tucson. They're probably bringing in the BAU unit. We are currently operating a 24-hour command post that includes crisis management experts and analytic support and investigative teams, but we still need the public's help. Someone has that one piece of information that can help bring Nancy home. We need that one person to share what they know. Please call us at 1-800-FBI. Did I repost that? No, I didn't. So, and it's $50,000 reward. We'll see what Brian was saying.
Pretty quiet out here. Hey guys.
I think Brian was just, I think he's done being out there. It's so boring. I bet you're just sitting there with your cameraman just talking like in the heat. I'd be like doing something. I'd be making lemonade stand or something. I'd be looking for Nancy. That's what I would be doing. I'd be out there looking for Nancy.
I'm outside Annie Guthrie's home. It's pretty quiet out here. They have private security that they've hired, that the Guthries have hired. So they basically just watch he's actually in that little car right there. They just watch.
Just like Idaho 4. It's weird.
Watch the house all the time. And when the deputies came over the weekend to go inside the house and search and take pictures, they just let them through. We're learning, according to NBC, that search we saw here at Annie Guthrie's house when they were taking the pictures inside, and I saw the flashes, the deputies, that was consensual with the Guthrie family, which I'm not really surprised by because it seemed kind of like there was no drama when they showed up. It seemed like they were expected. The security guard let them through and they just went in the house on their own. So I kind of expected that. But besides that, it's been quiet out here. It's been quiet at Nancy's house this morning. I think there was like a sprinkler line that broke or something. So there was like some water shooting in the air, but it didn't seem like
that would have sucked for her.
So they have private security here, the Guthries do, and they also have private security at Nancy's house. So we'll see what happens today. Today is that second deadline. I don't know the exact time. I didn't hear about an exact time. I just know the second deadline was today on Monday. So I'll be out here. I'll keep you guys posted, and I'm going to start kind of pounding the pavement and see what I can figure out today. Right?
Let's see what he figured out. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would be doing. I'd be asking questions. Like, what are you going to do out there, Like, let's go over to Dolly really quick. I don't even want to know, but as long as he ain't got no turtle outfit on. Let's see. Is he still alive? Did he give up? Nope, he's still alive. Oh, goodness. Oh, my gosh. He's over here talking about Brad Pitt would play him in a movie. Oh, my good. Dolly. Come on, Dolly. Like, look at this face. Does that look like the face of Brad Pitt? When you think of a movie, right? And you think, who would play Dolly? I don't know. I'm thinking like a crushed up Will Ferrell, cracked out Will Ferrell or something. But oh my goodness, they're all insane. I don't know if you guys were here for the Quentin Simon fiasco case that they were all involved in. They went down there and made a mockery. Oh my goodness. I replayed it And we laughed at that the whole time. Like, it was just so stupid. Like, we were covering the case and covering the facts, but then we would cover Betty or whoever was down there asking for people's last dollar. And you just send me $1. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I had never seen a grift as hard as I saw in the Quentin Simon case. Wow. And if you don't know about it, go back on my videos. I think I might have played it on an iPad though beside me because I didn't know StreamYard. So it might be a little weird, but it's there. So Brian Netton, our friend, buddy, he's America's favorite. He's America's journalist. So February 8th, let's see that we watched that. That's the one that she asking for help. New statement, which I already read, no leads. They're not going to give a presser. So far, I have not noticed anything at Nancy or Annie's house today. 1 hour ago from FBI, the FBI is not aware of any continued communication between the Guthrie family and suspected kidnappers, nor have we identified a suspect or person of interest in this case at this time. And then he did a video, and that's it. So, like, oh my God, this turned into a shit show. Brian Netton's done for the day. He put out his video. He's probably done. It's dark. He's probably going home or to the hotel. So we've got Dolly. And we've got JLR standing outside in the dark, in the pitch black. What the fuck? What are they going to accomplish? Someone tell me that, seriously. What would you accomplish? They know she's not in the house. So it's not like a bunch of people are going to converge on the house. They're going to converge somewhere else and go get her, right? And they're not going to bring her right back to the house. So you're just standing in the dark, hanging out, getting super chats. I'm about to go down there. $505. It's all you need. And you could be a journalist. Maybe he's going to sell his soap while he's down there. My goodness, Dolly. Oh goodness, what are they talking about now? Just because he can be funny. He can, I will admit that. Even JLR could be funny. But true crime, not so much. Yeah, he's just looking at the house. It's a beautiful home. I wouldn't want anyone just sitting there like staring at my house though. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing looking at my house? So I wonder how Ashley Banfield feels about that whole, son-in-law did it. They haven't arrested him yet. So, I mean, maybe he did it, but as of right now, not so much. I mean, like, I could literally just sit here and loop this and nobody would know the damn difference if I just started it during the day and I made it big. And I put my logo down here of Fox 5. But this is the front of her home. And then it does get dark, like, as you go through it. But it's like literally just the camera on her house. Like, this is it. This is like watching paint dry, y'all. I cannot do it. There's a lot of things that I can do in this world. I am a strong ass person. I am aware of that. This staring at one thing at one time, never, I cannot do it. I can't do it. I just remember all the videos with the Idaho 4 case that had nothing to do with the case because they were between like 12 and 1 o'clock in the morning and nobody was even doing anything between that time. That's like watching paint dry, watching that over and over and over and over and enhancing the audio and putting in your own sounds and just watching it. He restreamed, Ikemo did, JLR all day, man. I can't do that. See, there's the thing between creators. It's a cardinal rule, right? It's just, you don't stream snipe from somebody. Like, I don't know. I always wait 24 hours to use anybody else's like content. I don't use people, like, you'll notice I don't use JLR. I don't use Dolly. I don't use Betty. I don't use anybody actually, really. I've only been using like a little bit of News Nation. And then I usually go off of like this page where all the actual facts are. You know, like this is what I use for my resources. And then I, you know, go from there. But like, yeah. Someone just sent Dolly $10 for flowers. Just put flowers up there. They should have all brought flowers. When you go to a crime scene, you should bring something with you. Like flowers. I did. I mean, I'm not saying I'm awesome because I did, but I just think that it's way more welcoming, especially if you happen to run into a family member or a loved one of that person while you're like putting the flowers up there. It just says a lot about your character. It does. It really, really does. It does. It says a lot about who you are as a person. It shows that you actually care about that person. You're not just there to stream their front of their house and talk to your friends all night about whatever. You know, it's like, I don't know. It's crazy to me. Wow, Tammy, that's crazy. That's crazy. See, I wouldn't do that. That's like, there's just etiquette. You just don't do that. And if you're even a better person, if you're going to use a smaller creator, you know, like channel, like reach out to them. Like if you reached out to JLR, I bet you if you reached out to him and was like, can I use, you know, some of your like lives? I bet you he would tell me, yeah, sure. Thanks for asking. It's a very bizarre case. You sit on your hands, Ashley. I mean, I don't think that any of them are great or nothing, but I just, you know. I still have my Betty shirt, my Dum Dum shirt with the lollipops. I thought about wearing it, but I didn't know if anybody would get the concept. I slept funny last night, y'all. Like, I don't know. Okay. If you guys don't mind, hit the like button before we get to the next point. Subscribe to the channel. We're like trying to get to 25,000 subscribers. I'm so 2,500, 25,000 subscribers. And yeah, that would be great if you could help me out. I do talk true crime every day. And also if you're just now joining us, my name is Tanya and this is Titanium Built. So thank you for joining me. I also have a Twitter, Instagram, a TikTok, and all the things. So, and Facebook even Facebook. Let's type in her name and see what's going on. Okay, let's see. Savannah Guthrie pleads for the public's help in an hour of desperation. Just says that she, you know, today host Savannah Guthrie posted a video Monday saying the family believes 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie is still out there. We are at an hour of desperation, she continued, and we need your help. Like, why are these people not reaching out? Are they scared that they're going to get caught? That's what I think. If these ransom notes are real, I don't think they're real. I just don't. Let's do a poll. I forgot to start my goal. If you'd like to contribute to the goal, it's at the top of the chat. It's much appreciated. And I'm going to do a poll. I think I might even give out some memberships. Do you think the ransom notes are real? Okay. Remind me to check back on that. Damn it, I make a poll and I always forget. Oh, okay. That's cool, Casey. He's cool about it. I mean, he's making enough, you know. I mean, he's making enough. So, look, I mean, I can't believe how big the property is. Like, it's huge. And there's a lot of like wood areas, you know, like brush areas. I don't know. But that's how it is out there, you know. I mean, it's like that in California too. It's dry. Okay. It says FBI intensifies search for 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie. I guess this is what they've covered. The FBI has released a statement on Monday regarding an ongoing case in the disappearance, which we read. I guess that's all of it. Well, that was nothing, but I guess that's what they're. I don't know. I wish we could see what they've searched.
Just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for all of the prayers.
In Skyline, still.
She is feeling these prayers.
That's what it says.
The search for Nancy Guthrie is now in its second week, and her daughter, Savannah Guthrie, as you just heard, is asking for help. Good afternoon or good evening, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Sean Mooney. Savannah Guthrie says her family still believes Nancy is out there and appreciates the prayers they've so far received. She says they still need the public's help, though, as they keep looking. Nancy Guthrie was last seen January 31st at her home near Campbell and Skyline in the Catalina foothills. You see the location there on the map. That's where News 4 Tucson's Monica Garcia joins us live now. And Monica, what has gone on there today?
Hi there, Sean. Unfortunately, we were hoping to have more answers, as you just mentioned, entering that second week, but still so many questions. And here we are. We're back outside of Nancy Guthrie's house in this 9-day search it's turned out to be. And behind me, we have the Pima County Sheriff Deputy, as promised by the sheriff, that there's going to be that law enforcement presence that's going to maintain its presence outside the house. And this comes after yesterday. We had that renewed search efforts, investigators back out here and searching the backyard, searching the different septic sewer tank areas, and that was all behind the house. And back out here in front of the home, you see that memorial that is starting to grow. We talked to someone who drove all the way down from the Phoenix area to put those flowers out here. Then you see some candles and some religious figurines. And so the latest that we have right now is we have a new statement from the FBI. Throughout this process, we have been told that the FBI has been behind the ones really investigating the suspected ransom notes. Now, the FBI is telling us today that they are not aware of any continued communication between the Guthrie family and the suspected kidnappers, nor have they identified a suspect or a person of interest in this case. So this is one of the first times that we've actually heard from the FBI themselves telling us that they don't have a suspect. Typically, it's the sheriff's department. And they also go on to say that additional personnel from the FBI field offices across the nation continue to come to Tucson, that they're currently operating a 24-hour command post that includes crisis management experts, different sort of support, investigative teams. And they are reiterating what we heard from Savannah Guthrie earlier, that they need the public's help. And we do have some of that sound from Savannah as she took to social media, her Instagram page, to deliver that heartfelt message. Take a listen.
No matter where you are, even if you're far from Tucson, if you see anything, if you hear anything, if there's anything at all that seems strange to you, that you report to law enforcement. We are at an hour of desperation.
All right, so let's talk about just the attention that this case, this unsolved case, the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, has brought to Tucson, to the foothills. Let me step aside. Just the massive amount of media presence. I mean, we have been here since day one, and I can tell you it has tripled since the night that Nancy Guthrie went missing. I mean, the line of cars goes all the way down this road here, and then I'll have Ben whip around this way, and it continues all the way back there, and then even up some of the side streets. I'd say about 100 vehicles out here. I've gotten a lot of different messages from neighbors who walk by. They've talked to me as we're standing here.
Damn it, I'm muted again. I keep muting myself. If everyone's going to be out there, get a lemonade stand going. I mean, really, this is craziness. 100 vehicles, 100 people. Well, they can have 101. I need $505. I'm about to be out there.
Here, and
if I made money like JLR and Zolly did, and other creators, I would go out there in a heartbeat. I really would. And I get me a little chair like this, but it'd be more comfortable, and I put my legs up until I decided I would sit there for about 15 minutes. I would decide my plan of action, and then I start looking. I would start looking for her. Maybe over here in this brush, maybe across the street. Maybe she left her house. We really don't know, right? She could have somehow, maybe her cognitive mind was a little messed up that night, and she was left the house. She bumped her nose on the way out the door, or her hand or something, and that's where the blood came from, but she thought she was okay. She just kept walking. You never know. You never know, right? But I would sell me some lemonade. I would do an honor system, except for Dolly or JLR, because they ain't. I don't trust them. No honor system for you. You wait for me to get back, and then I would like at least try to look, or like, I don't know, something, right? Not just stand there and wait for something to happen. Hey, what are you doing? Growling at your sister? She's growling at her sister back here.
Mostly the message is, you know, keep it up.
Look at that.
This is their message, that the Guthrie family, that their neighbors stand with you. And we have.
It's not really your neighbors. It's the internet.
To remind folks about that $50,000 reward being offered by the FBI.
Right. And I would want that money.
Those billboards that have gone up all over our state. Sean, live from the foothills, I'm Monica Garcia. Back to you.
I think I need a road trip or something. I wonder how long it would take me to get there doing it. Now, I can't drive all the way out there. That'd be I couldn't do that. I could barely drive to Columbus and back. I'm over here talking myself into driving. I'm like, am I driving? Am I going? Are we going? Ashley Higgins will take me. Higgins, pack up the camper. Pack up I know it's a lot to do, but pack it up. Come up to Ohio, pick me up. I trust you. Trust you to pick me up, take me out there, keep me safe, be my bodyguard, you know. I really would have. If I had the $500, I really would have probably went out there. I'll drive. Where am I going? We're going to Tucson. Look at that. We could bring a whole group. Why is bad shit happening to good folks? Exactly, Colleen. This lady's 84 years old. I can't get her out of my brain. Like, I can't get the thought of like her being 84. That would be like my grandmother's age, or no, my grandmother would be older than that because my mom would have been like 72. But I could not. Hey, princess, I could not imagine my mother, someone having my mother. I would be irate. See, that's the problem with me. I would be not calm. They would have to sedate me in order for me to even do a message, like do a video message. I would have to, I mean, maybe Savannah is, I don't know, but I totally would have to be sedated. I would be crawling through, I would be digging through the ground for her. You know what I mean? Like I would be going in circles. I would be out of my mind. I hope that she finds her. That 84-year-old looks better than me. She looks good. What are you doing back there? Well, see, she's already digging. She's already trying to help. What, is there something on there that you don't like? Is that not your smell? These dogs. Okay. Well, that's all I've got for you there, but let me see what else we got. Oh, whoa, that was too fast. Okay. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about Anna Kempner. There's update in her case. Good update. Really good update. Then I have some Idaho videos I haven't shown, but I think I'm going to put those out on pre-recorded. I'm not sure. Then I did get the Hulu up. I thought, Casey, I thought I had that Hulu thing up for you guys. I recorded it and everything. I forgot to put the thumbnail on it, but it's on there now. But I forgot to hit the post button. I was like, are you kidding? I sat here forever. So it's up there. So if you want to check out the Tempe murders, there's already a docuseries on Hulu. And so I downloaded it and I put it on the Patreon because I can't put it here because they'll copyright strike me. So, you know, the ransoms, why they aren't doing such large search parties. Maybe that could be why. If they're taking them seriously. But if you get, it's just so hard. Like you get one and you know it's a fake. It's almost hard to say the other ones are real. Look at this. Everyone wants to drive. That's your cat's name, Princess Elsa? That's so cute. My cat's name is Rocky. Is he still back here? No, he left. When did he leave? When I didn't get up, have I? Oh, wait, I did earlier when I ran to the other room, but he's not sleeping in his bed. He must have walked out with me. I need to fix my little doggy back there. She looks like she's been messing with it. So where do you think she is? Do you think they have her tied up somewhere in old dusty warehouse, or you think they took her to their house? Do you think that she's no longer here? Let's look at the ransom thing. Let's look at the, and we'll do, we'll give some, don't leave yet because we want to give out some memberships. So do you think the ransom notes are real? 25% of you guys, there was 24 votes. So we have way more people in here, but that's okay. 25% said yes. 75% said no. So we're all kind of thinking the same. We're all kind of thinking the same. I feel like my camera needs to go down. Like I need to go like this. I feel like I'm so low. Do I look low to you guys? I feel like it. But I had to put the camera up because you couldn't see the sign. My chair doesn't go up anymore. I did. Yeah, I looked at the poll. I put it on the thing for you guys. It was 75% no, 25% yes. Your cats are Wilson and Sheldon. That's cute. How's your doggy doing, Ashley? That's what I said, Renee. Maybe I cover up after the fact. That's what I said, yeah. It's just, I have no clue where that woman could be. I don't see her in a dusty warehouse anywhere. You know what I mean? I don't see that. That's a movie. It's like, that's movies. You know what I mean? Like, and so it's hard to wrap your mind around like an actual ransom, because I read somewhere it's like 1% of like all kidnappings result in a ransom coming through in the United States. Well, if Beckley was the good hair, wouldn't have sent a ransom. We could take shit more seriously. Yeah. If he didn't, yeah. If he that we could, yeah. Now I feel like I can't. I feel like I don't trust. I don't know. I just don't trust it. I don't trust the. I just don't trust it. I don't know. I just don't trust the notes. I wonder what they look like. Well, I guess they're on the email. They came through email. I wonder what I just don't know what they said. Like, was the grammar right? You know what I mean? Was the punctuation right? I'm just like, I'm thinking about like all of the things. Like, was it sloppy written? Was it written well? Like, did they take their time with it? I mean, the FBI is involved and they haven't caught these people. They may be more sophisticated than I think, but I kind of think that they're dumb. But I think all criminals are dumb. Me too, Casey. That's what I'm thinking. Or if she didn't make it past very far. Oh, thank you so much for the $10 super sticker. You're so sweet. Thank you. And don't go hiding from us again. You think she's close to home? Me too. Do you think that the son-in-law had anything to do with it? Because he was the last one to drop her off? I mean, the garage door opened and closed at 2 minutes. That's what I think too, Tracy. Yeah, the notes are to throw people off. They're smart enough with the computer. Yeah, like a Vincent or something. I don't know if he'd even be that smart. I have to ask him. I mean, he's an IT engineer. I'm sure he could. They would push for the ransom money. Yeah, you think they would want the money. It's almost like they don't want anything now and they're just gone. Like they pieced out on us. Like we haven't heard from them. It's like, we got your millions in Bitcoin. Where would you like us to send it? Maybe they didn't know it was traceable and they've been watching the news and now they realize it's traceable and they're like, well, shit, we don't want Bitcoin anymore. Criminals are stupid. It's my favorite part of them because they do like Google searches and stuff like that, you know, like, or their telematics on their car tells where they were at, what they were doing when they took their seatbelt off. It's crazy. Snapchat, filming. So we don't know. Yeah, we don't know if her wheelchair walker cane. Yeah, that's a good question, Renee. We don't know. We don't know. Maybe it was left there, and that's when they knew something was kind of up. Where's who? I thought that too, but if the garage doors normally have those red lights, you know what I mean? Like, so if you try to go under the door, it'll go back up so that because it like senses a person or an animal or whatever, they would have to jump over those red lights, and those are kind of hard to jump over. Like without someone seeing you. Do you know what I mean? Like I would think that the son-in-law would have saw him or her, like, you know, somebody like jumping through the garage. Because I thought maybe they were in the garage too, and that's why they took the car, in case they put their hands on the car. But I don't even know why they took her car. Her car was there. I mean, and the garage door wasn't opened anymore, according to the police, which, I mean, they could tell us whatever they want. You think they're demons? Yeah, like they just want it all to go away now. Yeah. Yeah, they're like, we're done. I don't know where she's at. You know, it's February. I don't know what the temperature is out there. Is it hard to dig? I mean, I don't want to, like, you know, unfortunately, like, because it is here. Like, it would be hard to dig here. It would be like impossible right now. We have snow, like, you know, a mile high. To the Clintons home. Yeah, impressive. Better than mine. What victims? Savannah's interviewed a lot of people. So if it's somebody that is going after Savannah, you know that she's in her mind repeatedly just going over a list of everybody that she has ever interviewed, or anybody that she thought she may have given them a bad question, or, you know, like just anything. Did I piss anybody off? I know she has to be thinking that because she's the most popular one. Do you know what? And that's bad to say, but she's the one that's seen. She's the one that's the Today anchor, right? So if her mom gets kidnapped, it's only right or fair to think that it could have something to do with Savannah. Not really Annie or her husband, but then they get the ransom calls. So it's like, what is going on here? And then the notes are sent to places like not even where, like a place where, you know, maybe Savannah works, like a network. They send it to TMZ, which I think they sent it to TMZ because they knew they would run with it. They knew they would put that on the air. They would run with that shit and they wouldn't care about the investigation. No kidnapping. I like Savannah. I really didn't know her before this, but I like her. What's like 70, 80 there? Damn, that feels good. Let's go. Yeah. How would you move on with them? No. Yeah. She's trying to talk to him through doing these videos, right? Like, I mean, she has to be like, it has to be like a damn Rolodex in her head. Like, I would just be thinking, what did I do? Who did I piss off? You know, I mean, and not if she's listening to this, which I don't think she is, but I mean, it's nothing that she did. It's nothing she did. Even if she did interview somebody and they were crazy and they did this, that's them. That's not her. But it's just like, I feel like it's someone close almost. Like, to know all the details that they knew and to be able to get in the house, like, how did they get in with no forced entry? Think about that. An 84-year-old woman is going to make sure her doors and windows are locked, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know. They could have been unlocked. But I wonder how they got in. This is another, how did they get in with no forced entry? Just like the Tepe case. Did they knock on the door and she woke up? See, I don't think that would happen either. I don't think that knocking on her door, if she woke up at 2:45, I don't think for a minute she would open her door for a stranger. I would hope not. At 2 a.m. So I wonder how they got in. Maybe that sliding glass door, they jimmied it open or something. Like in the back. I don't know. There's questions. I have so many questions. When the fuck did TMZ become our news source? I know, right? They'll put anything out as soon as they get it. I could just write them and tell them it's my birthday and they put it out if they didn't have any other news. It's Tanya's birthday. It's not really. It's not really. I cleaned my glasses finally, though. Look at that. Got them on. We have 989 in here, according to with Twitter. Everybody hit the like button. Come over to the YouTube side. Subscribe to the channel. Yeah, all those things. Betty got a cup one credit. What? I don't watch Betty. I can't watch her. Only time I've ever watched Betty was when I reviewed her, and she would get me so heated. But it was fun. I should start reviewing her again. That was fun. And it was no harm. It was me laughing most of the time. I don't call her names or anything, you know, like I'm not mean. I'm just laughing. See, now I think she would have answered for somebody she knew. Yeah. If he can, but I don't even know, like, does she wear hearing aids? You know what I mean? Just like, would she have taken them out? I don't know if she has those, but like, just someone knocking on your door that early in the morning or that, you know, that late at night, that would be scary. But if it was the son-in-law, he could have said, there's something wrong with Annie, open the door. And she would have opened the door. No questions asked. Right? But then you got to think about it on the other side. Annie's sleeping in bed. She doesn't feel her husband get up out of the bed. She doesn't wake up in the middle of the night at any point to go to the bathroom or anything to see that he's not laying beside her. Like, that's the part I don't get. Like, if he did it, if he's involved, I feel like she's involved. And I don't think she's involved with her mother's disappearance. The son-in-law has been with his wife and with the family. Me too. Yeah, I don't open the door unless it's like maintenance and I know they're coming up because they always call and tell me. Vincent, because sometimes I lock him out. Whenever like he just walks out for a minute, I just walk in and lock the door. It's just a habit. But yeah, no one comes over. I mean, no one really comes over here. Like, we have a few friends that come over, but like, other than that, nothing. Casey is always nailing it. Is she the one that yells? Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of those that yell, though. Yeah, like if she didn't have her hearing aid, and that's what I mean. Like, yeah, come back and make sure you're here all the time, girl. We missed you. Yeah, no more. Yeah, yes, no more. Yeah, no, there's no room for it. There's absolutely no room for it. Poor Vincent. Oh, I didn't know that. Maybe she didn't want people to know, or maybe it wasn't a thing that her mom felt like she had to tell people. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is Savannah, my daughter. She works for the Today Show. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can almost understand that in a way, like her not doing that, her just saying, I have 3 kids. Because I know when I lost my eye, this is different, but every person I met, like every person I encountered, the first thing out of my mouth was, I was in a really bad accident and I lost my eye. Nice to meet you. Like, even before my name, it was like, I felt like I had to tell them before they noticed it or something. I don't know. So maybe it was something like that. Like, she just didn't feel like she had to tell people, but. Yeah, they should be following the money trail. What are you doing over here now? Itching your ear? Your ear itching you? I wish your beds were up higher. I wish they were like up high so you guys could see them. No way in the fuck they didn't know Savannah isn't her daughter. Yeah, no, like, I mean, I just don't think that they might have known like she worked for the Today Show or something. But she did live there forever. And it's a beautiful home. I mean, and maybe she didn't want to leave because that's where her and her husband lived, right? Like, I can understand that. My mom didn't want to leave her marital home either. Unfortunately, she had to, but yeah, and Vincent's mom still lives in their marital home, and she lost her husband. And she does great, like way better than even me. I'm healthy as, you know, I think I'm not that healthy. not as healthy as her, and she's like 76. Oh, I don't have the kitty in here. I'd hold him up like Simba, like he left me. But he is the cutest cat I've ever seen in my whole dang life. I didn't want him. I didn't ask for him. Someone got him for me because my cat passed away, and I had a Himalayan cat and I had a Siamese cat. So I had like really like nice cats, and he gives me this tabby cat, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, I would have never picked this cat from the pound. But then 2 seconds later, I fell in love with him, and he's my everything. When I lose him, I'll probably be taking a couple days off for that. But he's the best. He's the best cat I've ever had. He literally acts like a dog. He doesn't know other cats because he's never been around other cats. So he's only been around dogs. So like he'll do whatever the dogs do. He just messes with them. And it's funny because the big Weimaraner, she's like 80 pounds. She's terrified of him. They were sleeping in the bed the other day together. It was cute. I thought it was cute anyway. But thank you guys all for being here tonight. I appreciate it. I'm getting hungry. I'm going to see. When are we eating? I'm getting hungry. Okay. Oh, I'll tell your pups I said hello. My pups are sleeping. Well, she's awake. Oh, she's sleeping. She's done for. If I take this down, you can see her. You can see her a little bit. She's the brown one. She's curled up in a ball. But thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow afternoon at 2:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Actually, you'll get the message. 2:35 tomorrow. Don't forget. I'll see you guys all then. Have a wonderful night. Bye, guys.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it away. Just like a spark that spreads